man, my 40s have been the hardest and most rewarding decade of my entire life. It started as I turned 40 that my mum passed away from cancer. Cue 2 years of intense acute grief, literally the most devastating thing to have ever happened to me in my life, and something that took me years to recover from, if you ever recover from something like that. So my mum died. I started my first online business, which after 2 years of really trying to make it work, I had to walk away from it and I lost 15k. I had failed IVF, I had a miscarriage, I started menopause, I started my second online only business. I had massive amounts of healing, forgiveness, boundaries work, relationship changes, huge challenges in my marriage, lots of learning about myself, lots of forgiving myself, and actually learning to trust myself. This was my decade of loss, of lessons, of challenges, of triumphs, and it was also the biggest portal I could have ever stepped through to my own happiness. So yes, I have a thing or two to share about being a woman in your 40s. And today I'm going to dive into 5 pretty obscure lessons that I learned in my 40s. These aren't the usual cliche lessons about wisdom or confidence. These are the unexpected truths that really shape this chapter of our lives as women. So if you're in your 40s or looking ahead to them, this video is definitely for you. And just to say, if you're in your 50s or 60s or beyond watching this video, please head to the comments and share a life lesson from the decades that you're currently in. Lesson number 1, you are the authority in your own life. This one has taken me right through to 49 to fully grasp. When you're in your 40s, you realize that not only does no one have the answer that's right for you, but also you shouldn't actually be looking outside of yourself for the answers anymore. You shouldn't be looking for external validation or approval for the things that you want to do in your life. Not your family, not society, not even your closest friends. The decisions you make, they are yours to own. And that realization is both liberating and terrifying, often in very equal measure. So you really stop looking outward for validation and approval and start really turning and looking inward and learning how to trust your own intuition. Making decisions from this place is not only scary and liberating, but it will 100% make sure you're on the right path. Lesson number 2, friendships need curation, not guilt. Remember in like your 20s when you'd bend over backwards to make sure every single friend was happy and you were in the right friendship groups and all of your friends loved you? In your 40s, you totally understand that friends are like plants. Some need nurturing and others, well, are better off in the garden bin. It's not about guilt, it's very much about energy. I always say that when I'm with a friend, if I leave feeling emptier than when I arrive, that's not a good friend for me. I need friends around me now who fill me up as much as I fill them. The right friendships in your 40s feel uplifting, mutual, and really easy. So anyone in your life in your 40s who's not quite an energetic match for you anymore, don't feel afraid to move on. Lesson 3, energy speaks louder than words. You know that feeling when someone walks into a room and you can just sense that the vibe is off? Something just feels a little bit strange. In your 40s, you stop ignoring these little instincts that come to you about people. Whether it's relationships, work, or even in social situations, you really learn to trust that feeling that you get about people. If something feels off, it probably is, and guess what? You don't have to stick around to find out what it is. You can just turn around and keep it moving. Lesson number 4, and this is one that I have learned time and time again, it's never too late to pivot. Here's the thing, your dreams keep evolving. They don't actually expire. Every single year, you just keep building on your dreams and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. So if you realize that what you're currently working towards isn't exactly on track with your latest, greatest vision for your life, pivot, change direction. It's absolutely fine. Your 40s are a perfect time for you to really be reevaluating, shifting gears, and embracing new passions in your life. I think your 40s are really the start of a much deeper growth and evolution journey. So don't be afraid to go there. Whether it's starting a business, learning a new skill, or even moving countries and starting over, like I'm about to do, moving to Spain, you finally understand that it really is never too late to pivot. And you're strong enough in your own mind and in where you are in life to withstand any shakiness that comes from that pivot as well. And lesson number 5, again, this has been a tough one for me this decade. Boundaries are not negotiable. Saying yes to everything, that's your 30s energy. Accepting negative energy in your life, that's 30s energy. Staying in contact with people who don't raise you up and don't serve you and don't bring out the best in you, 30s energy. By your 40s, hopefully you've mastered, or you're starting to master, the art of saying no without explanation. Boundaries actually become really sacred in your 40s. They help help you protect your time, protect your energy, and therefore help you to focus on the things in life that you actually want. They protect your peace. They block out the noise and they make room for the life that you want for yourself. And the best part is you actually stop feeling bad about it. Hurrah! These lessons are so powerful because they come from my own lived experience, and there is so much more to unpack. Trust me, I'm just getting started. So make sure you tune in for part 2, where I'm going to share 5 more obscure life lessons I've learned in my 40s. Hit the notifications bell and subscribe to my channel to make sure you don't miss that. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's one lesson that you've learned in your 40s? Or as I say, if you're in your 50s, 60s or beyond watching this, share something from your decade. And make sure you drop that right in the comments below so we can all have a chat and learn from each other. And if you're really feeling these lessons, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone else who you think will appreciate it too. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!